Is it possible that scientists in Dallas, Texas actually de-extincted direwolves in 2025? Let's find out. Yeah, welcome to the channel, you guys. This story is absolutely mind-blowing, and this is something that totally intrigues me and I'm into. I love history, but I love animals and the history of animals as much as I do the history of people. In Dallas, Texas, this is what's crazy. Being reported today, April 8th, 2025, Tuesday, April 8th, is that they have de-extincted direwolves. If you don't know what a direwolf is and you haven't watched Game of Thrones, wildly popular, these were predators. These were wolves that roamed around 10,000 to 15,000 years ago, and they went extinct. And it's been that long. We have not had direwolves since 10,000 BC, that long ago, 10 to 12,000 years ago at least. And they have used DNA they found in fossils, just like you would see straight out of Jurassic Park, to create 3 direwolves, 3 of them. And their name, this is out of Dallas, right? I'm gonna read you this story because this is crazy. I'll link it below. For over 2 million years, direwolves roamed present-day North America until their extinction in 10,000 BC. So these guys were around for a long time, right? In Monday, a Dallas-based bioscience firm said it had brought the species back to life in the form of 3 pups, claiming to have successfully restored a once-eradicated species through the science of de-extinction, in a remarkable statement on its website. The team named the pups Khaleesi, straight from Game of Thrones, Romulus, and Remus, and ranging in age from 3 to 6 months. They were created using a combination of gene editing techniques and ancient DNA found in fossils from between 11,500 and 72,000 years ago. So these guys aren't dinosaurs necessarily. They're not like, millions of years old, but they're still a long time ago. Other scientists, however, say that while Colossal's technological feats are impressive, the animals are not truly direwolves. And it raises ethical questions, which I want to ask you guys about in the comments section at the bottom. The reality is we can't just de-extinct animals, and we can't use cloning because the DNA is just not well enough preserved. That brings up a great question. Is it actually possible? In a phone interview on Tuesday, they said Colossal's pups are not direwolves, but gray wolves that have had part of their genome changed to look like direwolves. What Colossal is trying to do is genetically engineering animals to look like extinct animals. They look cute and cuddly, but they're not actually direwolves, which is super interesting. I mean, Pontus Skoglund is the leader of the Ancient Genomics Laboratory at Britain's Francis Crick Institute, and he said on a post on Blue Sky that he's not necessarily against the initiative, but would a chimpanzee with 20 gene edits be a human? That's a great question. If we genetically back engineered a chimpanzee, would they be a human? Not necessarily. He's saying these little guys are only 1/100,000th of an actual direwolf. I'll put pictures of them up. This whole video will have pictures. It's pretty crazy. Video posted on their social media showed 2 of the white puppies, Romulus and Remus, practicing their howls. Of course, Romulus and Remus, if you're not familiar with it, that's the name of the mythical founders of Rome. It's way back in the day. You can look that up. Direwolves will also be familiar to fans of Game of Thrones. Great show. If you never watched it, watch it. Several of the animals were in it. They rescue him. Khaleesi appears in the Game of Thrones. She's the mother of dragons, but you guys get the point. The direwolf pups are the latest headline-grabbing claim from the bioscience venture founded by tech entrepreneur Ben Lamb and Harvard geneticist George Church, which says it's working to bring back some of the most famous extinct species. In its sights are woolly mammoths, that's scary, the dodo, thylacine, or the Tasmanian tiger. That would be pretty cool. It wants to re-engineer these for the modern world. It also created mice with hair like the woolly mammoth. The company is valued at $10.2 billion and raised $435 million in funding, including $200 million announced in January. Colossal's chief science officer, Beth Shapiro, said in a statement on the website that the birth of the pups shows that we are one step closer to a world in which these tools are among our disposal to help species thrive in the rapidly changing habitats. Shapiro previously told the WAPO Washington Post that the company was not trying to clone animals in the same way that had been done with Dolly the sheep. Who's old enough here to remember Dolly the sheep? I remember Dolly. That was back in the late 90s, early 2000s, late 90s, I think. We're not trying to make something that's identical to a dodo, she said about the company's efforts to create a dodo-like bird using the DNA of a pigeon. We're trying to create something that's able to behave like a dodo would on that landscape in some functional way. So a large flightless bird that wanders around and eats fruits and spreads the seeds. Some scientists are dismissive of the claims and wary of the company's approach. even while expressing admiration for the technological accomplishments in which a piece of DNA can be snipped out from a genome and precisely replaced. This is crazy science. What do you guys think of this? Do you think it's good? Do you think it's bad? Should we be messing with this stuff? Should we be trying to recreate these animals? We're gonna end up like Jurassic Park with dinosaurs, right? In the wolf's case, scientists edited the gray wolf genome to approximately the size, color, and coat of the dire wolf. Rawlins said there's about 19,000 genes in that genome. They looked at all the differences and said there are 20 key differences and 14 key genes that they could change to make the gray wolf look like a dire wolf. Their technology is amazing, but in my personal view, it needs to be used to conserve animals that we already have left. Great point. So that's the story out of Dallas, Texas. They are recreating animals, playing God, and being Jurassic Park. I'll give you my personal opinion on this. I think it's great, but I think he's right, the other scientists. I think they should use it to conserve the animals that we already have, to save things like the white rhino, the black rhino, things that are almost extinct, keep them around, and we can work on the other stuff at a later time. Let's get back our tigers and our rhinos and all of our animals that are on the verge of extinction, right? Let's save those first, where we actually have their real DNA in real time. So that's my opinion on it. I want to hear yours. As always, I appreciate the comment section. If you use them, that belongs to all of you, so that means a lot to me. If you could, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Really, really important. Subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers by next month, so that would mean a lot to me as well. And until next time, you guys have a wonderful rest of your evening. Dire wolves, who knew? Coming back from extinction. I'll see everyone next time.